Are you looking for your next travel destination? Then this place may be ideal for you. Welcome to Backpack. Join me on a journey across the top 10 things to do in Stuttgart. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Stuttgart is one of Europe's most attractive cities because of its location and wealth of green space. But there's more to it than that. Stuttgart is more than just a bustling commercial and conference center. It is also the capital of Baden-Württemberg. There are many things to see and do in Stuttgart, Germany, including a world-famous ballet, exceptional cultural and sporting highlights, numerous leisure and hotel options, and an international variety theater. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Explore the Staatsgalerie Stuttgart. The State Gallery in Stuttgart isn't your typical museum, and that's evident from the moment you see its brightly painted front. The opening of the new building in 1984 marked the beginning of the museum's rise to prominence as one of Europe's finest art collections and one of Germany's most visited museums. Though it also houses a significant collection of German Renaissance art and Dutch and Italian masterworks from the 14th to the 19th centuries, the Staatsgalerie is best known for its outstanding collection of paintings from the 20th century. The collections emphasize the classical modern period from 1900 to 1980 and feature works by such artists as Henri Matisse, Paul Klee, Marc Chagall, Joan Miro, Max Beckmann, Salvador Dali, Franz Marc, Wassily Kandinsky, and Pablo Picasso. Number 9. Visit the Ludwigsburg Palace. Ludwigsburg Palace, located in the small town of Ludwigsburg, is one of the largest and most beautiful Baroque palaces in Germany. One of the highlights is the Marble Hall, which has stunning chandeliers and a ceiling fresco of clouds and blue sky. Galleried confection constructed for the Duke in 1757, this palace theater has survived almost entirely intact, including its original stage equipment and a collection of 18th and 19th century theatrical scenery. In addition to create the illusion of thunder, rain, and wind, the theater museum displays some of the innovative systems used to move them. The grounds also include the smaller neoclassical Schloss Favorite. Beautiful gardens and a stunning Baroque market square complement Ludwigsburg's houses and theatrical museum. The palace grounds play host to the world-famous Pumpkin Festival each autumn and a Baroque Christmas market in the month of December. Number 8. Relax at Wilhelma Zoological and Botanic Garden. The Wilhelma Zoological and Botanical Garden is one of Germany's most popular tourist destinations, with over 2 million visitors annually. One of the many things that set this zoo and botanic garden apart is how fanciful, antique architecture provides a backdrop for the animals and plants. The pavilion that previously provided the king with a vantage point over the Neckar River is now the main entrance, and the Moorish villa has been transformed into a home for exotic animals and plants. The spectacular terracotta-covered promenade, the Damascene Hall, and a Belvedere pavilion overlooking the subtropics terraces are still in use. Around 1,200 different species are housed here, and in 2013, a state-of-the-art facility for African apes was installed specifically to meet the needs of gorillas and bonobos. Each animal is shown in an enclosure or habitat that accurately represents its natural habitat, much as the 8,500 plant species are. Number 7. Wander around Esslingen. Esslingen is approximately 11 miles or 18 kilometers east of Stuttgart, but it could also be another century. By the early Middle Ages, it had grown into a major trading city, fortified by mountaintop castles with ramparts and towers that offered breathtaking views of the old town and the Neckar below. This strategic location was made possible by constructing 2 bridges across the river. Strolling through the old town's maze of cobblestone streets lined with half-timbered buildings is like taking a time machine back to the Middle Ages. Almost 200 of these buildings are from the 13th to the 16th century. Also worth mentioning is the beautiful Red Town Hall with its glockenspiel, a clock with moving figures, and the Church of St. Dionys, which features a magnificent bridge connecting its towers. Number 6. Enjoy the scenery at Schloss Solitude. Duke Karl Eugen had the majestic Schloss Solitude, or Solitude Palace, built on a hilltop south of Stuttgart in 1763 to serve as a hunting lodge and summer getaway. The central pavilion, built between 1815 and 1825 and is in the Rococo and early neoclassical styles, has the most opulently appointed bedrooms. The highlight is the White Hall, or Weiss Saal, which features a stunning dome, superb goldwork, and a frescoed ceiling. Duke Karl Eugen commissioned the 13-kilometer-long tree-lined Solitude Alley that connects Solitude Palace and the palace at Ludwigsburg, and the gardens and alley are open for strolling. Number 5. Looking back on history at Altes Schloss and Landesmuseum. Overlooking one side of Schillerplatz is the massive Altes Schloss, also known as the Old Castle. The building dates to sometime between 1553 and 1578, and it was designed around a beautiful courtyard encompassed by multiple arcades. The majestic Württemberg royal crown and crown jewels and other priceless artifacts are on display at the Württemberg Landesmuseum, which is housed in this stunning structure. Rare artifacts from the prehistoric people who lived in the caves of Swabian Alps, as well as the oldest human artworks in the world, are some of the fascinating artifacts in the archaeological collections of museums throughout the world. Later, Celtic, Roman, and medieval objects including swords and jewels were found in abundance in burial sites. An impressive collection of garments and textiles emphasizing European Art Nouveau and ornamental textiles from the 18th century. The collection of contemporary glassware is excellent. The palace's 16th century church, located in the south wing, is where many prominent former residents and royals are buried. Number 4. Enjoy the view of the Grabkapelle on Württemberg Hill. After Queen Katharina's unexpected death in 1819, King Wilhelm I commissioned the construction of the Grabkapelle as a memorial to his loving wife. The chapel sits atop the Württemberg and provides stunning views of Stuttgart and the Neckar Valley below. This beautiful neoclassical structure dates back to the years 1820 and 1824, and it was designed to resemble the Pantheon in its central dome. Wilhelm himself is buried here. The beautiful setting certainly helps, but the fact that Wilhelm inscribed "Love Never Dies" over the chapel's entrance in honor of his late queen makes it the most romantic place in all of Stuttgart. Number 3. Take a stroll to Schillerplatz and Stiftskirche. Schillerplatz, a historic town plaza with a monument to Friedrich Schiller, one of Germany's most renowned cultural giants, flanks the old palace. On one side of the plaza is the Altkanzlei, historic chancellery, and on the southwest side is the old Fruchtkasten, granary from 1390, with the choir of the Stiftskirche adjacent to it. The two unique spires of the Stiftskirche, also known as the Collegiate Church, tower over the modest remnant of Old Town in Stuttgart Stiftskirche, founded in the 12th century on the site of an earlier 10th century church, was restored in late Gothic style in the 15th century and repaired in 1958, following severe damage sustained during World War II. In addition to its 17th century burial vaults, highlights include a remarkable collection of Renaissance figures of the Counts of Württemberg from the 16th century. Number 2. The Porsche Museum. Built by the Lugan Mile, the Porsche Museum features dynamic architecture that expresses the brand's personality with its 3 V-shaped columns. More than 80 cars will be on display at exhibitions tracing the history of Porsche vehicles. The English-language audio guides focus on universal Porsche characteristics like the Porsche DNA, inherent in every Porsche model. The Porsche Touch Wall is a 12-meter interactive display where visitors can use touch frames to explore more than 3,000 historical drawings, images, posters, and advertising from the museum's extensive archive. Is the museum's most notable feature, even among those who have no interest in automobiles or racing. Porsche in the Mix is a one-of-a-kind interactive sound installation that allows you to play engine, horn, and brake sounds from different models and mix them to create your own song. Create your custom Porsche anthem and send it to your inbox as an attachment. Number 1. The Mercedes-Benz Museum. The automotive industry has been a major economic driver in Stuttgart since the 1887 arrival of Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach. The Mercedes-Benz Museum celebrates over 130 years of automotive history across 9 floors and over 1,500 exhibits that conceptualize the development of the automobile within the larger framework of the time's technological advancements, social mores, and artistic expressions. There are around 160 vehicles on display, ranging from early models to historic racers and future concepts. The first of its kind in 1885, the Daimler motorcycle, is on the show as one of the vehicles. Only in that it has 2 enormous wheels and 2 smaller ones that look like training wheels does it resemble modern motorcycles. Along with the Porsche Museum, this is a must-see for any car buff visiting Stuttgart. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos. Have a great day!